I thought I would tackle a subject most seniors don't think about and don't want to think about, and I am in that group. What happens when your time is up and you pass on in Cambodia? I'm going to cover what happens if you don't have a will and don't give a hoot what happens to you at that point, and also what needs to be done if you do care what happens and want anything from being returned to your home country, or if you want to be buried here in Cambodia. This is what happens if you don't have a will that specifies what happens to your remains. In short, if you don't have a plan, Cambodia has it planned out for you. If you leave no will and no instructions on who should be contacted, the Cambodian authorities will contact your country's embassy, and they will make an attempt to contact relatives and see if they want to intervene and pay for the return of your remains. Embassy notification. The deceased embassy should be notified immediately, which isn't your problem. They can assist with documentation, contacting next of kin, and providing lists of English-speaking lawyers and funeral directors. The death certificate. A local death certificate must be obtained from Cambodian authorities, either the hospital or forensic police. This document will be issued in the Khmer language and may take 4 to 6 weeks to process disposition of remains. Families must choose between local cremation, which is traditionally Cambodia, requires permission for cremation from the Ministry of Health. Repatriation, possible but expensive, anywhere from $12,000 to $15,000. Yikes! It requires embalming, international standard casket, in coordination with funeral directors. Local burial, it's rare in Buddhist Cambodia and difficult to arrange for foreigners, so you can expect a cremation in nearly all cases. Mortuary costs. Storage fees apply immediately. $40 a day at Calmet Hospital in Phnom Penh, $150 a day after initial $500 at Royal Anchor Hospital in Siem Reap. Siem Reap is expensive. Bodies must be released only after all bills are paid. Estate and asset handling, no will, no local accounts, which means you don't have any money here. No Cambodian assets, simpler process. Since there are no local bank accounts or property, there is typically no Cambodian probate process required for an asset distribution. Cambodian authorities generally have no jurisdiction over foreign-held assets. Intestate succession law. If deceased did own Cambodian assets, distribution would follow the Cambodian Civil Code succession rules. Prioritizing close family members, but this doesn't apply if there are no local assets. Personal belongings. Effects are usually returned to the next of kin or their authorized representative without a formal legal procedures. In other words, they're just going to send it. An undertaker can help ship items internationally. Yes, I'm reading this. I'm sorry. I can't begin to remember all this. At the family's expense. Foreign assets handled abroad. Assets held in the deceased home country, bank accounts, property investments, blah, blah, blah. Country's inheritance laws, next of kin should initiate probate where state administration in the home jurisdiction using Cambodian death certificate with certified English translation or whatever language is your language. Yes, there are more than Americans here. Key practical considerations. Insurance is critical. If the deceased had travel or life insurance covering repatriation, contact the insurer immediately. Without coverage, families bear all costs. Translation required. Official documents are in Khmer. Certified translations may be needed for home country probate. Obtain the Cambodian death certificate and arrange certified translation. Initiate estate proceedings in the deceased home country using that documentation. Consult a probate attorney in the home jurisdiction regarding intestate succession laws there. I like to look away. It makes it sound like I'm coming up with it. Disclaimer. This information is general guidance only. Cambodian law and procedure can change. For case-specific advice, consult both a Cambodian legal professional and an attorney in the deceased home's country. If you're planning ahead as an expat in Cambodia, consider registering with your embassy. Makes things easy. Drafting a will, valid in your home country and potentially Cambodia, securing repatriation insurance, and clearly documenting your wishes for next of kin. And I will put in the description, I just have a few website URLs that will help you with this. One of them is for Cambodia Expats Online. That should be very helpful. From the United Kingdom and the U.S. Embassy and Ag Cambodia. I'm not sure what the Ag is, but I will put these descriptions in the website. If I find some others, country URLs that has to do with it, fine. But the best advice, the best way to go forward with this is to contact the embassy from your country here in Cambodia, whatever place you live, and you basically give them a list of your wishes, contact people, what have you. Okay. Thank you for watching. Another one coming very soon.